All right, so today we're going to just kind of see if we can add a feature or two over here in Replit. Let me just get this out of the way. So the goal today, and I'll make myself slightly bigger for you. Okay, so we're effectively just going to try to see if we can add a new feature to our task manager logger, LogFlow. So what we're going to try to do is currently when you are in the app here, when you add a new task, it's a little clunky. So as I'm starting to use this as a user myself, it's not as intuitive as I would like it to be. So what we're going to try to do is, and you can kind of see it in here, you have to kind of select the drop down and you have to select something first, and if it doesn't exist, you have to then kind of back out, add a new thing. So what I'm going to try to do here is kind of mimic almost what Notion does, which is kind of using just the native type. So instead of the drop downs, you're just going to start typing it in. Ideally, you would type it in and then it would either recognize that one exists and then you could tap it or tab or whatever, and it would just populate there. And then if it doesn't exist, it would then prompt the new field with it filled in, and then you could add a description and add context and all that fun stuff. But that's the goal. Never done this before. We're just going to use the agent and see if we can get it rolling. So yeah, this is just going to be real time, and we'll see if it works well or terribly or what have you. So kind of have a little bit of an idea. I'm just going to start, typing it out, and we'll see what shakes out. I'm actually going to start a new chat, just to kind of refresh it here and see if we can get it to work. I want to rework how the entering tasks, I don't know if that's a word, work. Currently, we use the drop downs and the clicking new button to add companies, projects. Ideally, these would be type fields where a user can immediately start typing, and it starts to populate existing companies and almost suggests companies as you type. So a user can click them easily. If an existing company does not match what is in the company box, there should be a automatic the new entry should create a new company. For now, launch the pop-up to add a description and save the new company name. For getting started, reference how LogFlow CMS handles this and notions tags in their database. We want to do something similar in functionality. It is important to keep all existing styles and not to break any existing functions of the site. Okay, we'll see what happens. This will probably take a minute or two. All right, so we have something here. Let's try it out. So, okay, at first, interface is a little funky. I do like how this goes, but we should probably add a background color to that, but as I start typing test, okay, can't use the keys. Okay, that's good though. Autocomplete. Okay, good. Nailed it. Okay, that's good. LogFlow already exists. Okay, interesting. All right, it's a weird little bug, but that's okay. Seems to be working well. Are a few bugs I found along the way. One, let's add a gradient. Let's add the same gradient background to the options that populate as you type. It's currently hard to read with the parent background. 2. When I am trying to add company flow, rewind. Does not show up in the options and says it already shows an error that it already exists. Please remedy this bug. Okay, couple tweaks, see what happens. If it doesn't fix it here, but I think an important fix will be to ignore like uppercase, lowercase, and things like that. Okay, so if we do test, nice. Project. Okay, that could be an issue. Okay, maybe not. So if I do log flow. All right, that's good. Seems to work. Okay. Autocomplete. Adding native type. Complete for entering tasks. Okay, cool. Just call it adding complete 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Should be good. All right, I think we have it. Let's try it on a new tab here. Right, so LogFlow. So LogFlow works. It's okay. So let's try Acme Inc. Testing here. Okay, nice. Sweet. Cool. Test simply to see if this works. All right, so no time was added there, which I intentionally left out. So if we go to reports here, doesn't show up. Okay, cool. That's good. So that's a bug though. Well done. I just noticed if a user does not input a time, the task does not get logged. Let's log this task and prompt the user to edit the time on the reports page with any tasks that do not have time associated. See if that's clear enough. Might not be. In my instance, it's probably fair to say if it's worth logging, it probably took 5 minutes as a minimum. So that might be a setting in the future to put your default time for anything that's not listed, but I think this is more fail-safe. With these Replit tools, there's a lot of waiting. Obviously, I'm trying to read everything as they come up, but you know, there are other times where I'll hop over to email and try to reply to something, or you know, try to use this time productively. But yeah, it's kind of tough because I find myself more so getting pulled off of the project when I do that. So try to stay in this context is really helpful for me, but it is hard. I feel like I'm just doing nothing with my hands for a while. All right, as I just said that, I'm now opening emails on my phone here. And there's a new project there. It's usually anything in your inbox is a task to complete. At least that's the case for me. I also just realized that I'm logged into my actual account that I'm trying to actually keep somewhat real, but forgot to use the demo account or the test account, but that's okay. That's why I added the delete function. All right. I'm just going to stop this, I think, because I think we're going to get into when it works this hard, it's usually not that great. So I'm going to just stop this. At least we got the footage. If you thought that was interesting or boring, cool. Thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far with all this waiting, kudos, man. Shoot me a tweet and let me know, because shout out. All right. Appreciate y'all. See ya.